All right, Miriam, thank you so much for meeting with me today. We are going to do an interview with you. You are a dental assisting graduate from our Pasco campus, correct?
I am correct.
And when did you complete your program?
I completed my program, I want to say in August.
Okay.
Yes,
And are you, now that you've completed your program and graduated, did you attend the graduation ceremony?
I did. Yes.
Yeah, what did you think?
I thought it was very pretty. I really liked it. I for sure didn't think I would always be there.
So I understand that did you attend with a family member? Did you attend charter college with a family member?
Yes, I did it with my sister.
Okay, so who's younger, who's older?
I'm older, she's younger.
Okay, and what is the age difference?
2 year gap.
Okay, so not much at all.
No.
Okay, and now that you have finished your program, what would you say it was your most memorable kind of event or project or class, in the dental assisting program?
My most memorable, I feel like I definitely stayed a lot with one of the teachers here, Stacy Harris. She, I think, made everything a lot more memorable. I there was times where I felt like I wasn't going to make it, or I just wanted to give up. Her nor my sister would actually let me, and Stacey was very on top of it. She's like, "You are not. I'm not letting you. You are going to graduate."
She said, "You've got this, girl. You're gonna
Oh,
make it."
she definitely did.
So ultimately, like what made you consider going into the dental assisting program at Charter College?
Dental assisting was always an option for me coming out of high school. The first thing I definitely wanted to do was makeup. I wanted to be a cosmetologist. Um, the school I wanted to go to was in Seattle, so it was a little further away, and I don't think I was ready to make that type of commitment. And then I ended up finding out that the school I really, really wanted to attend to shut down completely.
Oh, wow.
My second option was vet assistant. I still want to do that, and I have asked the campus manager here at NG if, for whatever reason, if they were ever going to open it up because they do have the program, but only in California and Vancouver. So then dental assisting was something that I definitely always looked into, and I never minded it. I always knew that that would be my third option. And when my sister one day she just told me, "Let's go to school," and I told her, "Are you crazy? I have bills. I have my own place. I can't just go to school." And it's like I need to work. And I knew she was talking to somebody here at the campus, and they told her, "Just bring your sister, see how she likes it." She asked, "Can you come with me for the welcome home?" And I was like, "Okay, I'll go with you." And I did. I attended it with her. We did a walk around, and initially, she wanted to do medical assistant, and she just really wanted to attend with someone. And I said, "Okay, I will go check it out. We'll do it." And then we were in the dental lab here, and I looked at her and I was like, "This is what I've always said. It was my option." I was like, "What do you think?" And I think she really liked it because it mimicked the laboratory of a dental office. So we said, "Okay, we're switching our mind and we're doing dental." Next thing you know, I was applying for FAFSA and we got it, and it was a very good amount. And I looked at her and I said, "Okay, we're doing this." And then our journey started. They
Oh
told
my
us you're going to
goodness.
start next week, and we kind of looked at each other like, "Oh my goodness, that is fast." And we did. We started and we completed it.
That's awesome. I love that. So, like in terms of the FAFSA, which obviously is the free application for
Yeah.
federal student aid, what was that process like? Like, did you, was it hard? Did you do it on your own? Like, what does that process look like through charter college?
That process was not hard at all, and we definitely got a lot of help. Like it was not just me by myself. It was a lot of the financial aid here, the financial help you can get here. It was a lot. So everyone was kind of helping us. They put in the application for us and they let us know. They got back to us and let us know exactly what we were getting from FAFSA, and not only FAFSA, plus the grants that we were eligible for.
Oh, neat. So they kind of walked you through the process
Oh
and kind of
yeah, definitely.
assisted
They
you
were
with it.
not, it was nothing like, okay, you gotta apply and then let us know. No, they did it for us. They helped us every step of the way.
Oh, neat. I like that. I like that. Oftentimes people, especially if it's, first time ever going to college, or, maybe parents never went to college or what have you, or you're the oldest sibling and it's like, oh my gosh, like, how do I even do this? And so I think having someone to assist you and support you through that, the financial aid process, lessens the scariness of it all.
Yeah, definitely. It really does.
Yeah. So with um attending the Pasco campus, what was the culture like?
The culture, it honestly, I felt like it was very diverse. There was just a little bit of everything. And one thing about me and my sister, we're definitely Chicanas, we're Latinas, and we definitely speak a lot of Spanish. So I remember, I just, especially, I think it's just because she's my family, she's my sister. I would look at her and say something in Spanish, and say she'd be like, "See." I would like look at her and she would be like, and she'd go, "You guys need to teach me." And I'm like, "I'm sorry, miss." I would always tell her, "I'm so sorry. The Spanish just comes out," especially talking to her. I was like, "I promise I will translate everything and we will teach you." And then she's funny because she goes, "I remember taking a class and she started singing a little song that she knew." And we looked at her like, "Miss, we've never heard that song ever." She was like, "Was it only my teacher then?"
That is so funny. Um, so I understand that when you're doing the dental assisting program, your last 5 weeks, you do what's called externship, and
Yeah.
you go out to a site and you're basically using all the hands-on experience that you learned in the dental lab at the campus now at an external site, whether it's, at a dental clinic or a dental office. What was it like for you, and what were your thoughts on that experience?
When I first found out, I was upset, and upset why? Because I live on my own. I have my own home, my own bills, and it was scary because you can't work during that time. I mean, you can,
Right.
but not a lot of people want or are looking for night positions to fill. And that was very hard. I felt like I looked at my sister and told her, "Why didn't they tell us this in the welcome home? If I knew this, I would have never said yes." And she was like, "Medium, like you're doing this, we can't." And it was scary. And I had to think of something really fast, because honestly, the time was coming. Things were moving fast, the process coming, and finally, when we got to that point, I actually didn't even think I was going to go off to externship, mainly because I ended up having a surgery,
Oh no.
um, and I was out for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And during that time, we had to do a check off list, and I just didn't even think I would be close to my checkoff list. And I actually only stayed away for a week from school and I came back the next week. I just didn't talk because what I had done was a tonsillectomy.
Oh goodness. Oh no.
So I didn't talk through that remainder. I just did what I needed to do, and I communicated in a way with Stacy that she knew about my surgery, and she said it. She's like, "I don't know how we're gonna do this, but we're going to do this. You're going to get off your checklist, your checkoff list, and we're taking you out to extern site." So I said, "Okay." And then I did my extern site, and during my extern site, I was still looking for jobs. And I had to collect unemployment. Not only that, I had to seek a lot of help from my family. I just felt like I was spiraling, but at the same time, I knew it was for something better.
Right. Right. Like once it's done, it's now not just a job. It's ultimately a career.
Yes.
So what was the experience like at the externship site itself? Did you feel like you learned even more? What was your thought process on
Oh
that?
yeah, definitely. You definitely learn more out in the field, and it was scary. My first time, I was thrown in, not thrown in, but I was watching first, and they asked me, "You know how to polish?" And I said, "Yeah, we worked on each other at school. We definitely polished at school." And he was showing me, he's like, "Okay, go ahead and take a seat. You can polish the next one." I was like, "Oh my goodness." And this was on my first day. I was so scared. I was so nervous. I didn't try to show it as much, but I definitely did it. I was able to do it. And, it was a lot of feedback, criticism. However, I took it. But I mean, I was all learning process. Then it moved on to restoratives, and that's where it got really tricky. But then I just remember at the almost end of my exit site, they actually gave me a room and I was on my own.
Oh, wow. So they definitely had trust in you. And
Oh
so,
yeah.
clearly, yeah, they must have, said she knows what she's doing.
Yeah. And then after that, I remember everyone asking me, "What is your next step?" And I said, "I'm hoping I could stay here and learn more." And I was like, "And if not, that's definitely okay." I was like, "Something I'm definitely interested is in pediatrics." And everyone knew that. And then I remember the supervisor pulling me to the side. And he was like, "Hey, how many hours do you have left?" And I told him, and he was like, "Oh, okay." And that was like the end of that conversation. And then next thing you know, he's telling me that I need to call Yakima, which is the main office. And I was like, "Okay." And yeah, they offered me a job.
Oh, neat. So where are you working at now? So
I
is it
work
a
at
pediatric?
No, but we do see a lot of kids there actually. So I work at Apple Valley
Okay.
Dental and Braces in Sunnyside. We do have what we call GA days, which is general anesthesia days. I'm working up towards those days because I really want to learn with that. That is a lot of children based. But I definitely do see a lot of kids. I, for one, see 6 month babies that are only 6 months old to like 5 years old and up.
Oh, that's so cool. I didn't know that, little ones at 6 months old go like to a dentist. That's so
Yeah.
early. So young. But I guess, they do say, because the sooner they get in, the better, right? Just because of is it called bottom or a bottle mouth caries? Is that what it's called? Bottle mouth caries for like the cavities?
Oh yeah, because a lot of people, what they like to do is let their babies fall asleep with the
Yes.
milk. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
And doctor has always told them like take the bottle away, and if you can just add water. She'll tell them add
Yes.
water.
Okay. Gotcha. So you've been working, so you did your externship and then and you started working basically right after you completed
Yes,
your program then.
right after.
That's awesome.
Thank
Congratulations.
you.
Yeah, I mean, you went from being like super nervous, like, oh my gosh, how am I going to even do externship, with
Yeah.
5 weeks of it and not being able to work to dang, as soon as you're done, like going to work.
Yes, definitely.
So now that you've graduated and you are working in the field, how's that all going? Are you enjoying it? Are you loving it? Are you just liking it? Like what is your thought there?
I definitely enjoy it. Don't get me wrong, there are those rough moments, but that's anywhere. Literally anywhere you go, there will always be those rough moments. And there has been, whether it's with the patients themselves or the mother of or father of kin of patient. It gets a little hectic, when they don't get something a certain way, or we need to explain furthermore. It happens, but I do like it. I really do. I enjoy it. It's something that I felt like I never saw myself actually getting to that point, and I kind of just always thought of it as a dream. And I'm there now, and it feels so unreal sometimes.
Yeah. So when you graduated, did both you and your sister attend graduation?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, and was parents, family, friends there to support you? Were they there in
Definitely all
attendance?
of my siblings, my mom, my dad, they were all there.
Oh,
My
how
my
neat.
two best friends, her partner, everyone was there.
Oh, that's cool. So, with that being said, I think having support, is very important when you're going to school. And I know that it's a 10-month program. So, is there anyone that you would like to give like a shout out to in terms of campus, faculty, staff, or family members that were just extremely just helpful and just kind of had your back throughout that whole process?
Yeah, definitely. One of my biggest, huge, most shout outs will always go to Stacey Harris. She she likes to say she poached us. She loves to say that because we met her there in the dental lab, and it was funny. She was just like, "Oh, come here, we're the fun ones." And when she told the whole class, they were going to medical assistant, she's like, "I poached them. They come here now." But oh, I remember just having talks and conversations with Stacey and just telling her how sometimes I felt like it was too much. And, she always told me, you can't give up. And she never let me give up. And I know for a fact she's not letting anyone else ever go through something like that. And she'll always push you to your fullest potential.
Yeah.
For
That sounds like,
faculty.
yeah, sounds
Yeah.
like not only is she, a really good instructor, but she's definitely, somebody that's a cheerleader.
Oh, you definitely. She is on anyone's corner, everyone and anyone. It does not matter. Uh, me and my sister, no matter what, we have always been like, we're Stacy, we're Stacy. We'll go look for her, and it's a bond at this point. We definitely grew a bond with her. And then I feel like the other faculty member is Angie. Honestly, Angie, she's the campus manager, and whenever there was an issue, we always knew we could reach out to Angie. It's like she always called us her precious babies, and she let us know it. And no matter what we needed, she was always there.
Yeah. Someone was telling me, I had met with somebody else and they're like, her nickname is Mama Bear.
Yeah, Mama Bear, definitely. She tells everyone, "I'm your Mama Bear." And she is Mama Bear for sure.
That is so neat. That's so neat. So, um, so what's next? So you set a goal, right? Like you thought about it, and you went in and you did the charter welcome with your sister, and you guys were like, "Hey, we're gonna do this," and you've accomplished it, and now you're working. So have you established a new goal for yourself? And if so, what is that?
Yeah, I have. I'm definitely working towards pediatrics. Stacey always told me, "You're a peds baby." I know it. And she's right. I definitely am. Any job that I have done has been with children. Um, and even my sister-in-law told me, "Why didn't you ever go for a parapro as for the schools?" And I told her, I was like, "I could have, you're right." I was like, "But I didn't know if I wanted to do that at the time." And she was like, "Well, you have the patience for it." And I was like, "I do." And I was like, "You're right." And I think that's definitely why I wanted to go into pediatrics. Where I work now, a lot of the kids, a lot of parents have asked me, "Oh, do you have children?" I'm like, "I actually don't." And they're like, "But you're so good with them." And I tell them I work a lot with children. I was like, not to mention, I was like, we have about, I want to say maybe 7 or 8 grandkids. My mom has like 7, 8 grandkids. So they're very tiny. The oldest one is only 10. So they go
Yeah.
from 10 to 2 months.
Oh my goodness. So little ones,
Oh,
definitely.
definitely. So I've always been around children no matter what. And I feel like that's definitely what has made me want to go further into just working with kids all the time. And I feel like where I'm at as a dental assistant, I absolutely love it. And I feel like the next step would just go into something that I really want to do, which is pediatrics.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you definitely have the patience for it. I'm a mom and I don't have the patience for it. Like my kids even tell me, they're grown now, but when they were in school and I would try to help them with their homework, especially math because I'm really good at math and they really just, especially my son wasn't, and I would be like, what's 4 plus 4? And he'd be working on or whatever. And instead of like trying to walk him through, I'd just be getting louder and louder. And he's like, this is not helping me, mom.
Yeah. No,
So
yeah,
definitely
I
no.
was I'll sit down with my nieces, and if they're trying to ask their mom or anyone, I just butt in and I'm like, let me see, and I'll write it down for them and I'll show them, and then I have them do it.
So yeah, definitely, you definitely have that patience and that knack for the kiddos then.
Yes, I definitely do.
So if you were able, Miriam, to give a piece of advice for a new student starting their program at charter college, what advice would you give them?
I feel like I held off on school for so long due to being scared, and honestly, I would say put the fear aside. Put the fear aside and go ahead and do it, because in the end it's going to be a struggle. It is fast paced, it is whatever it is, and sometimes you want to give up just like me, but in the end it's worth it. It definitely
Definitely.
is worth it.
Yeah. So, while attending, with your sister, did you guys kind of do study buddy like groups and
Oh, all the
kind of
time.
do that?
Definitely, all the time. Me and her were together all the time. If you could not find me at home, call my sister and I am with her, because we were always studying.
Oh, that's so cool. I like that. So, is she also in the field? Is she also in the dental field now as
She
well?
is.
Oh, cool.
She definitely is. She did her externship site where she went for ortho.
Okay.
She always knew she wanted to go for ortho, and she at the time had braces. So where she was getting them, she actually told them like, "Hey, I have an externship coming up. I'm becoming a dental assistant. Like, I was wondering if I can externship here." They spoke to the doctor, and that doctor said yes. They actually got her in, and now she's there.
Oh my
She
gosh.
got
So she
hired
got
there as
hired
well.
so she was a patient, then she was externing there, and then she got hired there.
Yes.
That's really neat. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
So you
she
have two
absolutely loves
sisters.
it.
Yeah, so two sisters both in dental, but just doing two different type of dental assisting
Yeah.
careers. Oh, that's really cool. Your parents must be really, really proud of you guys.
I would hope so.
Well, is there anything else that you would like to share with me or anyone else that's going to be watching this?
Honestly, all I can really say is if you want to do something, put the fear aside. Because, and honestly, having someone in your corner means everything. My sister was in my corner. My sister pushed me, and that's because I said, I am the older one and she's younger. And she just said, "Oh, Miriam, let's just do this." And I was like, "Oh, I can't." And I kept wanting to say no, but at the end of the day, she knows I'm her sister and I absolutely love her. So I'll do anything for her. And in all reality, I really thought I was doing this for her, and it ended up being for me, and I'm definitely happy. So if whoever has someone in their corner, they can think it's for them, but in all reality, at the end of the day, it's going to be for themselves, and it's going to be a happy moment just to know that you did it, that you accomplished it, and you're there now.
Yeah, 100%. I think too, like what you're saying is, being able to, whether you're doing it by yourself or you're doing it with somebody, just getting in and putting that fear aside is just, ultimately it's going to be, gratification for yourselves because you're the one that is putting forth the sacrifice and doing it. And in the end, you're going to pay off by having a rewarding career.
Definitely. It
Yeah.
really is like that, because, like I said, if I hadn't just said yes and I continue to say no, I wouldn't be where I'm at now.
Oh my gosh. Well, congratulations. That is just amazing. I'm so happy for the both of you and I'm
Thank you.
just super excited for, to see, in the future what more you have to just accomplish and be successful in the future and I'm just so proud of you. I mean, that's just amazing what, your ultimate outcome was of, being, putting that fear aside and now look at you working and having a career in the dental assisting, field. So congratulations again.
Thank you. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
And Miriam, thank you so much for your time and driving over here from the Sunnyside area,
Of course.
the day before Thanksgiving. So Do you and your family have any big plans? Do you guys do turkey? Do you do tamales? Like
Oh,
what?
we definitely do turkey plus a lot of side dishes and a lot of desserts. I actually have to make one. I was signed up by my sister-in-law.
I do that too. Like I totally sign people up because we have like 20 people coming tomorrow. And so I'm like, and I need you to bring this and I need you to do this. And yes.
Yeah, she was like, because I told her, she told me about the desserts, and then I told her, I was like, I was only going to buy a pie, okay? She's like, why can't you make something? I was like, well, I guess.
Exactly. It's Thanksgiving. It's the one time that we can actually like, make it instead of like instant potatoes, we'll actually peel them and boil them.
Yeah, so I definitely do. I have to make we call it Mexican Jello because it's milk based instead of water based.
Yes, yes. Well, I hope you have an amazing and wonderful Thanksgiving and thoroughly enjoy it with your family and loved ones.
Thank you, you as well.